A brand new high school, a brand new turf field, and tonight, a brand new start in Trojan country. Last week didn't end the way they wanted, falling to Fletcher in the season opener. But tonight, under the lights on this shiny new turf, it's all about redemption. Welcome to the Varsity 4 pregame show. I'm Alessandra Pontbriand, and you are taking a live look as the Ribault Trojans host the Andrew Jackson Tigers in a with looking at the Varsity 4 keys to the game. But first, can Jackson keep its big offense going? The Tigers put up 51 points last week, led by running back Antonio Queen, who totaled 107 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns. Ribault needs to eliminate the turnovers. The Trojans got moving in the second half against Fletcher in week 1, but can't keep giving away the ball. The stands are packed here at Ribault High School, so can the Trojans give the home fans something to cheer about? Ribault would love nothing more than to get a win in its new digs and its first regular season game here. And finally, Ribault's only win last year came in this game. Jackson, no doubt, remembers that. Well, looking more at the home team, the Ribault Trojans, as they're in the first quarter. Second-year head coach Michael Hunter says he learned a lot about his team in the second half against Fletcher last week. They came out of the half with energy, made adjustments, and showed their heart. He says this young Trojan squad won't quit, and they've got fight. Hunter is still rotating at quarterback, but on defense, he knows who his leaders are. Linebacker Quan Smith, known as Tall Man, and two-way player Jalen Peters are setting the tone. Both players say this team is resilient.
We got to come to play. Second half, Fletcher, we came out, we fought back. If we come out like that first half, I think we could take this game in the books.
No, we want everybody to know our name, you know. We want to be known as the team that you got to fight. Even if we lose, you had to work for it.
Our strength is that we got young running backs. We got a big offensive line in the trenches. We're big on both sides of the football, something that we didn't have last year. And then we just got young receivers, young quarterbacks. So, you know, I don't think out of all three of the guys that we use, two sophomores and a freshman. So, you know, we're still trying to find our guy right now. You know, just trying to make sure we find the right guy that's going to lead this program for future to come.
Now looking more at the away team, the Jackson Tigers. Head coach Bobby Ramsey says his team took a big step forward from week 1 to week 2. He sees a lot of growth, and with the speed this Tiger team has, he expects plenty of playmaking on both sides of the ball. On offense, the senior leaders are clear. Quarterback Lamar Stanfield, running back Tony Queen, and receiver LaQuinn Buckman. Ramsey calls his skill positions absolutely stacked. Defensively, the Tigers are led by defensive end B.J. Jones, linebacker Irvin Williams, and safety Marshawn Parker, all playmakers who can change a game.
We feeling good about this upcoming season. Last year, the season didn't really go how we wanted it to go, but this year, over the summer workouts, over spring, we came back getting bigger, better, and stronger. And we feel like we're going to have a win this season this year and go to the playoffs.
Well, it's year 2, so I think there's just a little bit more understanding of the expectation. You know, we all know each other better, and the relationships are a little stronger. I think the coaches that we brought on have done a great job of stressing consistency with the players and holding them accountable. But I think the main thing is just, you know, when you're together for the second year, the understanding, the expectations, there's a lot less confusion. Everybody kind of knows what they're supposed to do and when they're supposed to do it and where they're supposed to be. So when you can focus less on the off-the-field stuff, you can focus more on the field.
Well, this year we are partnering with 1010XL Football Stream. After the Varsity 4 pregame show, keep watching on News4Jax Plus for Friday Night Lights. Justin Barty and 1010XL's Ryan Hacker Green will be live from 7 to 9 p.m. breaking down the area's games tonight. Live looks from the game of the week, so 2 hours of the latest updates from high school football across our area. And you will find our sports team all over Northeast Florida and Southeast Georgia, filming games each Friday night for our Varsity 4 football show. Catch highlights from our game of the week, as well as many more games in our area at 10:30 tonight on News4Jax. Well, stay tuned when we come back to the Varsity 4 pregame show. It was heart-wrenching for the Reigns Vikings to watch every other team open this season last week. Now it's time for the Vikings. We'll have that story coming up next when the Varsity 4 pregame show returns. Welcome back to the Varsity 4 pregame show. I'm live here at Ribault High School. The Trojans have a 2-0 lead in the first quarter, and the Trojans hosting their north side rival Andrew Jackson Tigers in their home opener on their new turf. Just down Down the street from here on Moncrief Road is the Reigns Vikings. Now, the Vikings had their season opening game against Miami Central canceled, so they have to wait until tonight to open the season. They're hosting Sandalwood. One News4JAX reporter Chris Will caught up with the team earlier this week to see how excited they are and prepared for their return to the graveyard.
High school football is back. An exciting week one with plenty of action across our area, but Reigns feels a little left out.
Man, Friday, not a good feeling at all. I was kind of hurt, I ain't gonna lie.
With the first week matchup falling through for the Vikings, last year's state runner-up took on the role of spectator, a change of pace for senior Sharif Jackson and the team as they gear up for a deep run.
It hurts my soul, like, see people out there playing. I love watching football, but it's like I love to play football. So watch people make plays that I know I can make. You know, it's heartbreaking.
But they don't have to wait much longer. Reigns will start their regular season in week 2 against Sandalwood, and the early bye has them motivated for this week of practice.
You know, we tend to tell our guys that, you know, we want to win Monday through Thursday. You know, ultimately working hard and practicing hard throughout the week and preparing like a champion. Feel like we can win throughout the week, and then Friday is fun day. Fun football Friday.
And this Football Friday will be under the lights at the graveyard, a chance to perform in front of the home crowd.
Each day, you know, we're pushing it 100 miles per hour. The energy we finna have coming into this game is just finna be out of this world. Everybody come together as a team, play together, you know, come as one. That's gonna show Friday.
And after coming just short of a state title last year, this class has the bar set pretty high.
Been through so much trials and tribulations, and at the end, I want everybody to say this is the best team to come through Reigns. So every day we're going to keep stacking and stacking and stacking until that goal is accomplished.
And that goal kicks off on Friday at 6:30. Chris Will, Channel 4, the local station.
Thanks, Chris Will. Now, like I said, I am live here at Ribault High School. The Trojans have a 2-0 lead over the Andrew Jackson Tigers. Now, this is just one of the better games around our area. Let's take a look at the Varsity 4 top games of Week 2. First, Mandarin hosting Atlantic Coast in the battle for the Principals Cup. The Mustangs hold a 10-4 record in this series, including 3 consecutive shutouts. This game is where things changed drastically for Mandarin last season. Former starting quarterback Jamal Jones suffered a leg injury season. That set the stage for now starting quarterback Knox Annis to get a jump start on his career. Ponte Vedra hosting Bartram Trail in an always tight St. Johns County clash. 9 of the 15 games in this rivalry have been decided or less. Lee's private schools monsters are 2 of the most in state history. Bowles has 11 state championships. Trinity has 9. Iconic head coach Berlin Dorminey. The Bulldogs look sharp over Monarch in Week 1, especially on the ground. Running back Xander Edwards averaged a shocking 13.1 yards per carry. Finally, a clash with Game of the Week potential defensively. Defense was massive for University Christian in Week 1 over Newbury. UC had 3 defensive touchdowns. Offensively, the ground game was led by Xavier Billings, who was the headliner. Look for that Christian defense to have a bullseye on Bishop Kenny running back Caleb Madison. He's put himself in the conversation as the area's top back. Well, thank you for watching the Varsity 4 pregame show. Make sure you tune in on News4JAX Plus for Friday Night Live. We'll then tune back in at 10:30 p.m. for Varsity 4 football show. But thanks for watching.